Hello students, myself Ramandeep Singh. Today's topic is electromagnetic induction and machine is transformer. Transformer is basically based on the principle of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. ठीक है? Today we will so let's we start. First of all, transformer. Transformer is an electrostatic device of electricity. There are two types of machines in electrical engineering. One are electrostatic. Others are electrodynamic. The main difference between these two types of machines is that in the electrostatic machines there is no moving part, and in electrodynamic machines there are some moving parts. Some are stationary and some are moving. The examples of electrodynamic machines are motor, alternator, etc. And electrostatic device of electricity, its examples are electric iron, electric heater, electric furnaces, which are used in industry to melt iron or steel. Today we will study only electrostatic device of electricity, and our topic is transformer. Because it needs alternating voltage to produce alternating mutual induction. ठीक है? In DC there is no change in the amplitude या value, ठीक है, value of current or voltage. It will produce magnetic field, but it does not have any changing mode. But in AC, it will produce changing magnetic field as the AC moves. This changing magnetic field produce changing flux, and that changing flux induce the EMF in the secondary coil. So let's move to the construction and working principle of the transformer. First of all, definition I repeat, it is electrostatic device of electricity. It means it has no moving parts. No moving parts, it means it has low losses. Losses are low in case of transformer. Many cases transformer can give efficiency up to 99% something. In the controlled environment. Controlled environment means at room temperature, etc. using superconductors. It can give efficiency up to 99%. Okay? Which is used to step up or step down the voltage. It is used to step up voltage. It means it increases the value of voltage and can decrease the value of voltage without changing its frequency and power. Okay? So move to the construction of the transformer. Okay? The primary winding may be of high voltage side, may be of low voltage side. It will be high voltage side in the step down transformer, it will be the step up transformer. Okay, this is primary winding. We will assume that this is a step down transformer. Step down. So there is a difference between the number of turns as well as size of coil. Size, I mean to say thickness of this wire, this conductor. At high voltage side, the thickness of conductor is thin, and at low voltage side, thickness of conductor is thick. This is because of the secondary winding carries more current as compared to the primary current. Okay, let's move to principle of working. ठीक है, we connect this transformer to AC supply, which is 250 volts at 50 hertz. This is source of AC supply. Okay, we know AC changes its amplitude with the interval of time. It means it goes 0 to maximum, then again 0 to negative, then again to 0. This is pi by 2. This is pi. This is 2 pi. Okay. This is time. This is amplitude, maybe voltage or current. ठीक है. This changing magnitude will produce changing magnetic flux in this coil. This changing magnetic flux cuts the another coil that is called secondary coil. Due to this phenomena, EMF is induced in secondary coil. Okay, first of all, AC will come. This AC is of alternating nature. This AC will produce magnetic flux. We know every current carrying conductor produces magnetic flux around it. Okay, every conductor produces magnetic field around it. So there is a changing of current, so magnetic flux will also change. This changing magnetic flux will cut this coil, secondary coil, and EMF is induced in this coil. One thing more, EMF will induced only when the terminals of secondary winding are short circuited. Without short circuiting, the EMF does not occur in this secondary coil. This is called Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. This is called Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So we know EMF is induced, but how much EMF will induce? That will depend on the number of turns. So their transformer ratio comes in the role. This is called transformer ratio. The transformer ratio says that V1 upon V2 is equal to N1 upon N2 is equal to I2 upon I1. This means says that the voltage will be more where our number of turns are more. Voltage is small, number of turns are less in case of step down transformer. Or simply we can assume that it has ratio of 110 number of turns. There are 100 number of turns, there are 10 number of turns. Divide voltage by number of turns. How much voltage across the one turn? 2.5 volt. And there are number of turns are 10. So there will be voltage 10 into 2.5 is equal to 25 volt. And our voltage is step down. Okay? V1 upon V2, N1 upon N2, I2 upon I1. The current is opposite in case of transformer ratio. We can set the example of welding set. The connecting wire, the supply wires are thin and the wires after the welding set are thick because they carry heavy current. We need a heavy current to melt two metals. Due to that, for the joining of any metals, we need to melt them and then they will join. Okay? The best example of this to remember is welding set. Okay? Transformer ratio V1 upon V2, N1 upon N2, I2 upon I1. This is called transformer ratio. Now move to construction. Construction first point is windings. There are two windings. One is primary. Second one is secondary. In case of step down, primary winding will be high voltage side. It may be high voltage side. This will be low voltage side. In case of step up, primary winding will be low voltage side and secondary winding will be high voltage side. Okay? Then move to another point. We know magnetic flux travels. We need some material, some mold, some source to travel the magnetic flux. The magnetic flux travel through the iron cores. It will be laminated iron cores. Why it is laminated? These are laminated to reduce eddy current losses and hysteresis losses. Because let me draw a diagram. A magnetic flux will travel through this iron core and will cut the secondary winding. If it it is a solid one, then there will be a more eddy current losses. So we part them into small pieces, thin pieces, and laminate them, and then join them to make one iron core. It seems like this. Magnetic flux travels starts from primary and end to the secondary. The laminated cores are induced due for reduction of eddy current losses and hysteresis losses. Okay? And there are 2 points are covered. Then go to the third point. Third point, transformer have mainly 9 parts. First is tap changer, second one is Bockel's blade, third is cooling system, cooling oil, or it is also called transformer oil. Then windings, then bushings, six, insulator. What is the use of insulator in the transformer? I will tell you after some time. Then insulators, insulation, bushing, winding, cooling, Bockel's blade, and tank. Okay. One thing we missed, these iron strips are made up of cold rolled grain oriented CRGO. These are full form is cold rolled grain oriented. Which are called silicon steel. Okay? The tap changer is used to increase or decrease value of voltage on the secondary side. Okay? Bockel's blade. What is the work of Bockel's blade? Bockel's blade work as a safety in the transformer. There are 2 terminals in the Bockel's blade. First, it will alarm. If the condition is uncontrolled, then it will trip the transformer. Okay, and the third one is the cooling oil or transformer. We know current carrying conductor will be heat up. To reduce the temperature of coils, we immerse them in the transformer oil, and the transformer oil is kept in the container which is called tank. Okay, then the fourth one is windings. I have told you what are the windings. Next, fifth is bushing. Bushing are used to make external joints. Make external connections. Okay, and the insulator. Insulator is kept in between the primary and the secondary winding to or we can say to avoid the accident of short circuiting primary and secondary. Okay, then the tank. I have told you before 5 minutes. What is tank? Tank is used to cap the transformer oil and the our windings are immersed in the transformer. Then it is conservator. What is conservator? Conservator keeps the excess quantity of oil. We know if we heat the any material, it expands. If the temperature of the windings will be increased, the quantity of the transformer oil will expand, and this expanded oil kept in the conservator. And conservator do also one thing more. It gives the supply of oil if the accidentally tank is punctured. Okay, this is the work of conservator. The main safety practice in the transformer is Bockel's relay. Bockel's relay, we keep silica gel. What is the task of silica gel? Silica gel absorbs the moisture in the transformer oil. In normal condition, color of silica is blue, light blue, and when it absorbs the moisture from the transformer oil, it changed into the color of pink. The color of silica gel changes with the moisture. Okay, this is all about transformer. The transformer is mainly tasked to transmit electricity from power station to different corners of country or two countries. It may be of two states. We can transmit electricity with the help of step-up transformer. Why do we need to step up? Because we know if current is high, then losses will be high. So to reduce the amount of current, we step up the value of voltage. Then we transmit it and step down according to our applications. Okay? Mainly working principle I told you, Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, and the main is working. These are windings, supply, primary, secondary. This. Okay? Mainly one thing. This is called AC source, and it will call DC source. AC source, it always works on the AC voltage only. Okay, thank you.